because I was not a communist, so I did not speak out.
Thank you.
Then they came for Jews. I
Thank
was not
you.
a Jew, so
I'll
I did
call
not speak
now
out.
Mani
But when they
Sri
came for me,
KR Suresh
there
Reddy
was no
ji.
one left for...
Mani Sri KR Suresh Reddy, please. Mani KR Suresh Reddy, अब आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे जाएगी. आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है. अब आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है KR Suresh Reddy.
Sir, he's talking, sir. Chief के साथ बात कर रहे हैं.
Well, sir, my respect for the senior member, that's why I had to
Please.
wait.
Yes.
Sir, on behalf of the BRS party and myself, thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me an opportunity to express my gratitude to the Honorable President for address to the joint session and to express my views on the motion of thanks. Chairman, sir, Deputy Chairman, sir, the President's address started with the new Parliament building and its magnificence and ended with the hope the Parliament would strengthen the aspirations of creating a new and healthy India. I would like to dwell on this particular subject, Deputy Chairman, sir, as Parliament is the fulcrum of our democracy, and more so being the 75th year of our republic. And with you being in the chair, it inspires me more to speak on its functioning, sir. So as the most acceptable form for diverse and acquiring and aspiring new nation, the Parliament was formed in the summer of 1952, and the journey began. And today, when we look back to what our founding fathers conceived for a nation and for Parliament, it doesn't really augur well for us today, sir. The Honorable President's advice to create a new and healthy tradition says it all. These statistics confirm our concerns and bestows upon us to work to stop the deterioration, lest I have not the slightest doubt that this Parliament will be treated by the public outside with utter contempt, unquote. Sadly, sir, the functioning and the statistics are literally getting us there. The functioning of the Parliament, if we see, the first 5 years, we worked for 130, the first 5 years, 130. Today, in 2023, we had the shortest budget session since 1950. Budget session of 2023, sir, 75% of the budget session passed without discussion. And if you look at the monsoon session of 2023, 43% of the scheduled time was utilized. Sir, I'm speaking on this subject, stressing more on this subject because from this very chair, I have seen the Honorable Chairman, the then Honorable Chairman, Shri Venkaiah Naidu Garu, expressing his anguish. We saw him breaking down. We saw his anguish in his tears. So more the reason, and also our present chairman, who has been inspiring us, guiding us, and his words, if I may quote. He said, our present chairman said, the legislature is the most impactful platform for reflection of all shades of opinions. Therefore, there is a need to be receptive to the other points of view. Consideration of the points of difference is essential, is what our chairman sir has been guiding us. The temples of democracy meant for dialogue, deliberations, debate, and discussions are these days hotbeds of disturbance and disruptions. As a consequence, Parliament and legislatures are fast surging into irrelevance. Sir, now this is an anguish expressed not only here. You have been the Deputy Chairman, sir. We have seen the presiding officers conference happening every year. The presiding officers of various state assemblies have been expressing similar sentiment. So the Honorable Speaker Lok Sabha has very explicitly said that the matter cannot be left only for a discussion there, but action should be taken. So it is a time for legislative reforms, parliamentary reforms, and like I said, more so in the 75th year of our republic, the reforms which would come in, I would treat that as India's republic moment, because this house has to stay alive to the needs and aspirations of our people. So I have a few suggestions, sir, in this regard. The suggestions, Chairman sir, यहाँ बहुत गर्मी होती है क्योंकि वक्त कम रहता है. हर कोई मुझे वक्त कम है, मुझे वक्त कम है, मुझे वक्त कम है. ये शिकायत आपको काफ़ी सुनाई देती है सर. So why don't we increase the number of days? The working days of parliament, the working days of legislatures, let it be increased क्योंकि diversity है, regional parties more and more are coming in. So for them to reflect their ideas, the number of working days should be increased, sir. I was told that in some matured parliaments, the opposition decides the agenda for a day. वो भी आप मौका दीजिए. Let the opposition come and set the agenda for a day. That will be something innovative, creative, and also responsibility lies even on that side equally to ensure that the conduct of the business for the day would be completed, sir.
या तो आवाज नहीं है ना हमारा.
Abhi right, sir, private members bill. Private members bill is not just laid so easily. There is a lot of work which the MP's office goes through. बहुत तकलीफ से, बहुत जो constituencies में फिरते, देश में फिरते, संसद, when they acquire all this information, which is not there, which would be good for the country, they come in the form of private members' bills. Earlier, there were instances of private members' bills being accepted. There were instances, I would not like to quote all, but there are instances, sir. So I would suggest that private members' bills may be taken seriously, let them be debated, let the ruling party not stand on prestige. If something good is coming from this side, kindly accept it. Sir, I mean, a matured democracy like the UK, I was told that they have what they call it a free bill, a free voting on a bill. This was suggested by one of our former chairman, Ansari Saab. He said, other than money bills, other than bills relating to toppling the government, let there be a free will, as it is happening in the UK, where there is no whip issue. The members can debate on the bill. The ruling party should be free enough without a whip to express their opinion against the bill given by the minister. So this way, the bureaucratic dependence of the government will start reducing. The realistic approaches and the real needs of the people could be reflected through the bills in the parliament, sir. If this is accepted, this could be a very good norm for discussion. Then we look at the committees, sir. Now the committees, जब बाहर जाते हैं, everybody says these are mini parliaments. I would say they are major parliaments, क्योंकि वहाँ कुछ dissidence नहीं रहता. There is a very good consensus. There is a very free flow of opinion. So where the subject is the criteria. Now this is where the committees help the parliament and through parliament help the government. But unfortunately, the statistics speak otherwise. The statistics say, sir, in the 17th Lok Sabha, only 14 bills have been referred for further examination, that is till the budget session of 2023. As little as 25% of the bills introduced were referred to the committees in the 16th Lok Sabha. When you compare to 71% and 60% referred by the 15th and the 14th Lok Sabha respectively. Now this indicates a declining trend of national legislation being subjected to expert scrutiny. So I would advise that the committees, which are a core strength, may be utilized much more. So bills passed and the rules not being framed. इतना गर्मा गर्मी में आप bills pass करके ले जाते हैं बाहर, मगर उसके rules frame होते नहीं. आप देख रहे हैं subordinate legislation committee के सामने कई वक्त आते रहता है कि अभी rules not framed. So this is something which the government needs to seriously look at, sir. I mean, bills are sacrosanct. Now, abhi Vijay Sai Reddy sahab, he was talking about the AP reorganization bill. Yes, AP reorganization bill has been passed 10 years ago. It was passed not merely as a bill. It was passed due to the pressure of the struggle, due to the sacrifice of the people of Telangana, who have been fighting for a separate statehood. Kafi log, people have sacrificed their lives. A lot of employees have lost their jobs. People have left different countries, the good opportunities to come and fight for the cause of Telangana, which was led by our leader KCR ji. Now, 10 साल हुए वो बिल पास होके, आज भी लोकसभा, राज्यसभा में क्वेश्चंस कम what are the assurances, what are the promises, they are not fulfilled. They are referred to the assurances committee. The other day, KCR and myself, we had to sow with such a heavy heart. We had to look into the review of the bills passed but not implemented in the 10th year, that is the final year. So आप कुछ ना कुछ एक sunset clause लगाइए कि भाई आप 10 साल में खत्म करना है तो खत्म कर दीजिए. अगर करने का नहीं है, come back to the house. If there's a problem, come back to the house. So this is how the effectiveness of any bill, of any legislation would help the sanctity of this house and also the people of the country at large, sir. Of course, we have seen, for example, the farmers' bills being withdrawn. Agar farmer bills aap committee ko bijate, so, things would have been different. But you learnt it the bitter way. Log sacrifice way, you have to come down on your prestige and eventually apologize and say, I'm taking back the bills. That wouldn't have happened if the parliament had functions to its full set principles. Unfortunately, that did not happen. In last many years, we are seeing how anti-defection is being evaded. Now, I would not like to blame any institute or any person, but the system itself has got that lukana which has to be cleared up. We have seen how anti-defection is evolving to get over the 10th schedule, to get over the problem of anti-defection, how parties are acting in that way. We have seen now, apart from individual shifting parties, now we have to look at this aspect where alliances are formed for elections, alliances fight the elections, and after the election, alliances break up. Wouldn't that reflect as a vote? Wouldn't that reflect as a defection? Wouldn't that go as against the spirit of the persons who have elected them? Because जब दो पार्टी मिलके चुनाव लड़े और चुनाव के बाद अलग-अलग हो जाते हैं, तो definitely this also attracts anti-defection, in my view. So और हम क्या ये सब मुद्दे कोर्ट को ले जा रहे हैं? And when we go to the court, Deputy Chairman, sir, we have seen how overburdened they are. We have seen instances of the Chief Justice of India breaking down. He says, I don't have the infrastructure to tackle so many cases. When they are so overburdened, why do you send it? क्यों ना हमारे एक committee constitute करिए, which keeps looking into it? Why new committee? Why not committee on law and justice? Why can't they keep saying, you kindly give the mandate to them? आप देखिए anti-defection कैसा evolve हो रहा है और उसके क्या-क्या amendments लाना चाहिए. They'll keep working on it. We have very eminent people here, senior lawyers, well experienced in public life. Who better than them to help us, guide us? So this is the area where, in my opinion, sir, we should see. So the other aspect of utilizing the platform, for example, Manipur. Now, Manipur has been in news, national news, local news, international news, demands from this side, demands from that side. There's a solution for this, sir. We have the Honorable President. Why not utilize the office of the President? Why not the President address the Assembly of Manipur? If she addresses the Manipur Assembly, that would give a healing touch. She will be the catalyst of bringing all the forces. She will give a leverage. She can create a platform on which the government can progress further on that, sir. But we are losing these opportunities. I have seen, sir, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam addressing various assemblies. I have seen him addressing my assembly in Andhra Pradesh. He just didn't come and speak. He came with a development 10 charter development plan, and the plan was given to the government. The government said they will fulfill it, and the speaker said, we will refer it to the assurance committee if you don't fulfill it. So that is the strength of legislation, sir, which unfortunately हम बहुत दूर से डरते legislation के बारे में बात करते हैं जब इतनी ताकत हमारे पास है. तो इसकी इस्तेमाल करिए, ये होना चाहिए. So here रही, sir, in the 75th year of Republic, the legislation. Then comes a diverse country like India. It needs planning. And planning doesn't mean just one plan. Planning, keeping the diversity of our country. So now we have the Niti Aayog doing this for us. Because planning is what kind of strengthens the federal structure of our country, sir. Every state has got different views, different needs. And that can be done only through planning, sir. So in my humble submission, sir, I would say that you need to strengthen the planning. Because earlier I have seen, when the earlier planning commission was there, chief ministers used to come to Delhi, sit before the planning commission, express their views. Planning commission used to advise them, aapke yahan ye kami hai, ye kami hai. I have seen my chief minister then, Chenna Reddy Garu, coming here, after explaining it to the planning commission ki I am from a Naxal affected area, I need special funds. Naxalism cannot be treated as law and order, it has to be treated as a socio-economic problem. Planning commission was impressed. Over and above the plan, they allocated funds which they could utilize in the Naxal affected areas to bring in development. So today with Niti Aayog, Telangana government said, Niti Aayog approved and said, let them give them 5,000 crores for our Mission Bhagirath and also funds for the other development programs, sir. But unfortunately, the suggestions from Niti Aayog were not honored. So where is Niti Aayog now? The government didn't honor it. You made it toothless organization, which doesn't augur well for us. So with the diversity what this country has, the planning what is required, it not just Niti Aayog or planning commission. You need planning boards at the district level. हर जिले का एक ताकत है और उसकी मजबूती क्या है वो अगर जिले बोर्ड्स में आप रखेंगे जिले बोर्ड स्टेट बोर्ड नीति आयोग you link it up, that is when the development will come in, sir. नहीं तो देखिए आज कई records बताया गया वो what you call it, the inequality 1990 से अभी देखे तो sir, what is shocking is 50% of Indians who had wealth of almost 11% of wealth in 1990, जो bottom of the pyramid है, जो गरीब से गरीब है, they controlled 11% of wealth, and in 2020 their wealth dwindled to 6%. While you are talking about the fifth largest economy, fine, but where is it going? Why are the majority of the Indians getting poorer and poorer? Because of the planning. जिले प्लानिंग बोर्ड से शुरू करिए, फिर आप नीति आयोग के बारे में बात करिए. इनकम डिस्पैरिटीज रूरल अर्बन में सब हो रहा है सब. And sir, and finally, of course, sir, the farming. One major thing for the farming today, farmer का एक issue आता है सर. तो farmer issue 5 मंत्रालयों में जाता है. Finance Ministry for credit loans, your Commerce Ministry for other permissions, WTO. You have what you call it, the Food Ministry for the FCI control, the GMO for, but the Environmental Ministry and Government of India keeps control of the Essentials Commodity Act. एक किसान के समस्या के लिए 5-6 मिनिस्ट्रीज है सर. एक से एक कभी टैंडम में काम नहीं होता है, कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं होता है. सो माय सजेशन इज सर, इन द 75th year of India's Republic, see the farmer who constitutes the majority, create the post of a deputy prime minister, taking care of farming because he will have the teeth. Let all the ministries which are dealing with farming be constituted with the farmer, and that would be the India's movement, sir. जब किसान गर्व से कह सकता है कि मेरे काम 2 मिनट में होता है. नहीं तो कॉमर्स मिनिस्टर बोलता है कि खरीफ में आप दान मत डालिए, फिर रबी में होते मुझे दान चाहिए, दान डालिए. ये कोई स्विगी सर्विस नहीं होता ना सर, कि आपको जब चाहिए खाना लाए, जब चाहे जब दान दे, तो वो चलता नहीं. So, and this is no, what you call it, Chandrayaan science. This is Chandrasekhar's formula. Our Chief Minister, KCR, has done this. Bundelkhand, Rayalaseema, parts of Orissa, parts of Rajasthan, they were all declared as designated drought-prone areas. It is only Telangana in 2020 stood out not only out of drought-prone, but became the #1 state in the country earning the highest per capita income. So keeping this in view, I would only suggest, sir, this a couple of 2 further demands, sir, with your kind permission. There is a request that a bench of the Supreme Court may be constituted. So why not in South India? So kindly look at Hyderabad. और मैं हिंदी में कह रहा चाह रहा हूँ साहब का भाई हिंदी को जबरदस्ती मत डालिए. हिंदी अगर मन से बोलना चाहेंगे, अगर दिल से बात करना चाह रहे हैं तो बात करने दीजिए, मगर जबरदस्ती आप हिंदी में पढ़िए, हिंदी में ये कानून की बात करिए, तो ये जरा बहुत तकलीफ होने वाली बात है. So with these words, Deputy Chairman, sir, I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. धन्यवाद माननीय श्री KR सुरेश रेड्डी जी. माननीय श्री AD